ones who figure they use force rather than reason. I don't know how many people have seen any Egyptian art. Because of the Bible, we're sort of turned against Egypt. We say that Egypt, the Pharaoh, was an evil person. That's why when I got there in 73 and I'm looking at all these statues and all these artwork and these engravings of these ancient Egyptians, there was nothing evil about them in any of their reflection of themselves. They were people who were holy people, who were divine people. An evil person, we see pictures of evilness every day. They don't look gentle. They don't look peaceful. They don't look caring. They don't look kind. That's what the ancient Egyptians looked like. And then the other thing that's very interesting about ancient Egyptian sculpture, painting, statuary, is that the ancient Egyptian person, when you see them, they have a level of comfortability with themselves that is just remarkable. It's some level of comfortability that we in our culture have no idea. It's beyond our imagination how that could be. Look at it. Forget about anything, what you're supposed to be seeing. Just look at it. And if you're looking at a picture of another person, you know when somebody's looking upset, somebody's looking disturbed, and when somebody's looking peaceful. Any piece of art of ancient Egyptian, the people are very peaceful. They're very kind. They're not perturbed. They're not upset. They're in step with life. They're in step with nature. They're in step with time. And they respect those things, and they acknowledge those things. But after you look at the Egyptian statuaries and art and stuff, I want you to do something else as a little exercise. You will find out, the more you study, that the Egyptian person, part of their comfortability is that they're living inside of themselves. And in order to live inside of themselves, they have to live inside of their heads. And you notice that every one of them, if you know what a smart person looks like, every one of them looks smart as hell. Now, look at the people who conquered them, who took over, the Greeks. Look what the Greeks look like and the Romans look like. Instead of people who are living inside their head, they live inside their flesh. One is right up on you in flesh. The other one is way here. A big, big difference in people. Culture produces a certain kind of human. You see that the ancient Egyptian African culture produced a certain kind of human that was in touch with their humanity and their nature, of all nature. You see that the northern white cultureless, produced another kind of human that was not in touch with their nature, only in touch with their skin. The most obvious thing. There was no depth to them. There was strength, but it's not their strength still is not something that they give themselves. That's a part of nature. At a certain age, your bodies are stronger than other times. But what is beyond that? Nothing. So when those people died, you go look at, ask archaeologists, did they leave writings on their tombs? Did they leave things about what they believe in? Hell no. They had nothing. Our people are the only one who had it. And our people did it. And they left behind these messages in stone for us. That's explaining who they are, what they thought, what they felt. Because they realized that then they believed that that was the correct way to be in touch with what the body of God, which is nature, and the correct way to pathway as we go through this bridge that we call life. So Sacred Nile, I hope, is the book that causes everybody who gets one, I hope it changes your life. I hope it changes your life in terms of how you feel about your history, your real history. Change your life, how you feel about yourself, your self-worth, your sacredness, and change your life and about how you feel about each other, and then change your life about how you then start analyzing how the hell do all of us get out of this quagmire, this trap that has been set for us by the people who came to us with a white God that does not deliver, whose job in the first place was to oppress. And pray and how we free everybody else from this prison that we've all locked into. That we could take off the chains if we knew that the chains were on us, because the chains only get stronger if we relent, and they get weaker if we push back. But we don't know why we should push back. We don't know what we should push back to. Sacred Now will hopefully will clarify a lot of those issues for people.
Wow, that's very inspiring. I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. Thank you so much for even going into that much detail about the book. I definitely look forward to the imagery that you have in the book. You've been doing this for decades, like you say, 50 years worth of, experience and traveling back and forth and doing research. You pretty much answer every question I have. I guess my last question is, just doing this for so long. You said you met Haile Selassie, but what other famous people have you had the opportunity to take pictures of or interact with along the way?
Well, I'm reluctant to say. I mean, I photographed Sadat, Gaddafi, Arafat, Mandela, Senghor, um, uh, a lot of people. But, I'm not really interested in famous people because we're all a part of a cog. I think that's a paradigm that doesn't interest me. We're all human. We're all somebody's child. We're all some mother's child. Some people, they apply themselves and they get skills and they raise to a level to do a lot of things. And that's good. And I'm glad that they're there. I'm proud that I'm living in a time to experience them and watch them and learn from them and grow from them. But those people, they're people. They're not any better or less than a person who washes shoes in a village. We're all sent. We've all. How do I say this? We've all been selected to be here by the Spirit. The Spirit is in charge. The Spirit made the selection that whoever we are, we've been sent here to breathe this air, drink this water, experience this sun and this night sky. So um, I'm just a witness of all these things, and so to me, they're all equal. We're all passing through, including me. And I just get a chance to witness with the camera my passage. Everybody has a passage, and everybody witnesses it in their own way. We're all important. We're all sacred. And, I believe that at any given time, whatever the situation is, that people are trying to doing the best they can. And if they had different opportunities or your education, they may do something different. But that's not the issue. The issue is to respect and appreciate the fact that they are, like the rest of us, trying to do the best that we can. So I'm trying to do the best that I can by following the Spirit, putting these decades of work into something that I hope that is valuable to other people to learn from. And that's all I can do. The rest is for the people themselves. When you get your copy of I'm Not Feeling the Spirit, which is another book I did, when you get your copy of Sacred Nile, then that becomes a conversation that you have with that material. And your conversation that you have with that material will determine what kind of change happens to you and your psyche once you put that book down And as you have that conversation each day and each week and each month, that conversation will enrich you. It will inform you. And keep that conversation with you. Like people keep the Holy Bible with them every day. Keep Sacred Nile with you. Have that conversation. Have that understanding. Question it. Could this really be a part of me? Could my people really have done that? Could my people really be so great to have done this and been there and did that and blah, blah, blah? Could it be? And now you're going to see, as you go through those could it be's, you're looking at the visual evidence to your could it be's. And then that's when your conversations get deeper and richer. And that's when you begin to walk differently. You begin to think about yourself differently. Because now you know that you stand on the shoulders of greatness, and you can pinpoint and you can point to those elements of greatness. And you have the satisfaction of knowing that this is a greatness that has existed, that has not been destroyed, could not be destroyed. And you now know where it is if you ever travel there. Do you know what it looks like? You know where to find it. It's a touchstone. You can put your hand on it. You can say, oh, I'm blessed. This moment and I have come together. That's what Sacred Nile was made for, to give you those moments, to enhance your own sense of awareness, to enhance your own sense of divinity, to say that you are worthy. You're worthy because our ancestors were worthy, and they were more worthy than anybody because they understood and started the first conversation with divinity. And they were able to identify elements and aspects of divinity and relate to them in divine order. And we are a part of divine order. We are learning how much more we can fit into that order because we have been misled. We have been miseducated. But forget the past. What's under the water, under the bridge is under. But now we can mark a new day. Sacred Nile is the beginning of your new day for each and every one of you. Do it for yourself. And after you do it for yourself, you realize why you should do it for others. But it begins with you. Do it for yourself. Embrace your true history. Embrace Sacred Nile. Thank you.
Thank you, King. That's amazing. Like I said again, it's definitely an honor. I'm gonna check it out. I know the viewers is gonna check it out. Um, Thank you for coming on the platform. What's the website one more time? And when I upload it, I'll type it in for them as well.
The name of the website is the name of the book, sacrednile.com. One word, sacrednile.com.
All right. Thank you so much. I want to thank the viewers for tuning in. It's been a phenomenal episode of Taye Speaks. I'm still processing a lot of the information that you dropped on us, man. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it a few more times and check out the book. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Until next time, Taye Speaks. Peace.
Thank you.